goes all through your body because you got a touch from God. I want you to know this morning that's how it's going to be like in heaven, except there's not going to be an oppressor in heaven. There's just going to be joy for all eternity, and never again will God ever make, the devil ever make an empty seat in our church. I look at all these seats in the past 2 years or so that have become empty. Sure, I think about them and I love them and I miss them. But praise God, as I stood and preached most of them's funeral, I'm glad that I could say that most all of them that I can think of at the moment had a testimony in their heart that they were ready to go. And today, they're not fighting an oppressor. They're sitting there with Jesus waiting for us to come and join that place around the throne. Well, give God praise in His house. We're not down and out. We ought to be up and out, working for Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. When men oppress men, they get the worst of it. If you remember one time, there was an old wicked king named Ahab. And Ahab wanted Naboth's vineyard. And he just had to have it. That envy and that jealousy and that greed in his heart. He had everything he wanted. But here's this one vineyard, all that Naboth owned. But he said, I want that vineyard. But that was a gift of God to Naboth. Folks, let me tell you, when the old pressure comes down and he wants what you've got that God has given you, I thank God that the Lord will lift you up above that, and you can keep your salvation even when the devil is trying hard to get you to doubt and take it away from you. When you go through a lot of troubles and trials, it's easy to doubt. But do you know the thing you think about is the one gets you in trouble? The thing you think about is what brings you down. So if you think about good things and you read the Bible, that will take you up to heavenly places out of those things. You might say, preacher, how can I come out of this? You come out of this by trusting in God. If you've got this glass of water here, I heard an illustration about this. If you this glass of water that I've got here, you know what was in this cup before that glass of water got poured into it? There was nothing. Air was in that cup. Well, then you say, preacher, if you got a cup of empty air, how do you get it out of there? You fill it up with something good. Hallelujah. When they filled it up with the good of this water, that bad had to go because the good took over, not in your mind, only in your mind, but in your heart and in your soul, and for the day to get you through, that you can make it one more time to the house of God where you can praise an eternal God. Hallelujah. Praise His holy name. I know people turn to different things in life, and sometimes we say how bad they are. You know, I don't want to come here on Sunday morning or Sunday night and put you down. I don't want to come here. You're already in trouble. You're already addicted to something. You don't need to be told how bad you are. You need to know what to do about it. I had a person in my family one time was asking, why do you drink? He said, to drown my troubles. I got news for you, folks. Troubles can swim better than fish, and they'll just keep on. You don't drown anything in a bottle. You don't drown anything out of a syringe. But thank God this morning you can bring it to Jesus Christ, and you can find a comforter that may not take it all away, but He'll give you strength and power to walk through it and come out victorious on the other side. Praise His holy name. There's things that plague you, but they'll come back. I know Midge had the shingles real bad a couple of 3 years ago. And yesterday they started coming back. And today they're bothering her. They've come back. Listen, God, they're not all taken away. You see, anything that the devil can oppress you with, he's going to keep bringing back. And the only way that you can make it through that is to fill it up with Bible reading, fill it up with talking to the Lord, fill it up going to church if you're able to go at all. And my God will give you comfort, because you know what? I'll tell you once again, the church of the living God has got a comforter. The world is not going to hurt me, but what they say about me. I mean, they can call me a warthog and an ugliest person ever lived, a preacher that don't have any sense and don't know anything, and that stuff you're preaching, I don't believe it, and they can scorn me all they want to. They might as well go fishing. They might catch a fish, because I don't care what the world thinks about me, if that's their frame of mind or what they think, how good a preacher I am or how bad or whatever. Because I know that I've got a comforter. That comforter takes me through every trial, every trouble, every sickness, every heartache, every death, everything I've ever faced. I'm standing here this morning with victory in Jesus. Not because I'm some great big tough guy. Not because I'm different than you are. I'm just like you. I hurt the same way. If I mash my finger, it hurts. And just like yours does. And you say, well, you know, I have bad days too, so-called. But I want you to know, there's never a bad day but what God gets me through it. There's never a bad day that I give in to, because it may start out bad, but sometimes by 10 o'clock, I've got the devil defeated and I'm on top of the world. Hallelujah. Because my God is a comforter. Woo! Hallelujah. He's a comforter. And He is just so great and marvelous. Don't let the world get you down, folks. You've got a comforter, but they don't. Don't get mad at somebody because they lied on you. You'll never get over it. I've heard people talk about somebody owed them 50 cents 20 years ago and had never paid them back. Well, my goodness, I'd give them the 50 cents, but that wouldn't help. You could give them $10 in the place of it. They want to carry that old thing down in their heart. They want to be oppressed. You know, people will oppress you if you let them. But thank God, if somebody owes me money and don't pay me, God's going to give it to me. I don't have to worry about that. If somebody lies on me, I don't have to worry about that. I've got a God out there. He'll protect me. I don't have to put him down and tell about it in the pulpit and talk about my enemies and all that stuff. Thank God this morning, with all the enemies that God has in the world, all the enemies that Christians have in the world, there's one thing that'll get us through and keep us sweet in our soul and keep anger out of our life because of it. Just smile and say, I've got a comforter that's going to be all right. Hallelujah. You mash your finger at that hammer, you can throw it 50 feet out in the weeds somewhere, and it's the only one you got. You got to spend 2 hours to find it because you need it. Or else you can just get a hold of that finger and say, Lord, I need help. I've been oppressed. I did it myself. But Lord, it hurts. Your hammer's still laying there, and after a while it'll feel better, you can go on and work. You know. But if you let these things get inside and bother you, you'll come to church thinking about them. You'll come to church mad or angry. You come to church mad or angry, you're not doing yourself any good. And the whole service going through. I've asked people after church, boy, it was a good service, wasn't it? Not much here, but over the time in revival and stuff. Oh, I don't know. Something further happened. I just had that on my mind all through church. Well, no wonder you're dying. No wonder you're sad. No wonder you'll go home and stay awake all night. I got something to tell you. Something Jesus said. Get behind me, Satan. I'm going to the house of God, and I'm not going to take this with me.